Hi everyone. I talk to a lot of parents who want that deep, meaningful connection with their children. But what they do is they use all these tactics that usually don't work in their favor, even though they might seem like they are working in the short term. In the long term, they don't end up making that connection with their child, especially their teens. So let's see a few actionable tips on how you can first connect and then enforce your rules via your communication later. The first thing I request all my parents to do is please listen actively. Children have a lot to say. They observe everything that is going around. We are their role models. Even though they seem like they are not paying attention, they are watching everything. Okay, so first thing is to listen. Be an active listener in your child's life. Next, acknowledge any infractions. So sometimes an unkind word or an unkind act on their part can become a very, very unmanageable situation in a matter of minutes and hours if it is not addressed immediately. So tell them, hey, I see that you are not living up to this standard, but I want you to understand that no matter what, even if you fail at what you're doing, if you're doing it genuinely, I am here for you. Next, laugh a little. Sometimes as parents, we think that we have to be these serious parent leaders to our children, but it is not necessarily true. Don't take yourself so seriously all the time. Laugh a little, just have a good laugh at your expense in front of them and model your own behavior. Some of my parents keep telling me my children are addicted to their phones. But what about your own behaviors around tech? Are you showing your children that you are in charge and not your device? The next thing is set expectations and stand your ground. It is very, very important to follow through with the rules that you have created for them. And I'll tell you something, if we know the why, we will somehow endure the how. So, what does that mean? If children know the meaning of the rules that they have been set up with, they will somehow try to uh, be within the boundaries of the rules. So, I want you to tell them why those rules are being set up in the first place. So that way, the children trust you and believe you with that discipline. Okay, and don't be rigid as a parent, because let your style evolve. You cannot be parenting the same way that your own parent parented you, right? Because we are generations apart right now, and our digital lives are evolving at an exponential rate every single day. Okay, finally, I request you to create that space of trust and mutual respect, because only when you show them that you value them as a human being and not for their accomplishments, you can help children understand their own worth. Okay, uh, even if you don't remember any of these things, I want you to remember the final thing I request you to do. If it is not a life and death issue, I request you to keep failing them periodically. What do I mean by that? If it is not a life and death issue, I don't want you to rescue them, because when the stakes are lower, you know, they can make all the mistakes that they can in front of you so that they are under your guidance. But once they go off to college or in the real world, they will not get a chance to fail at something. So let them fail, empathize with them genuinely, and make that deep connection by laughing at yourself once in a while. After this, when you implement any of the rules that you do, children will understand why you are doing them. That because you love them enough to care. Thank you and good luck.